and it means friendship. I grew up at this church. I was baptized and confirmed at Fayetteville First, and my parents got married at this church. There are so many memories that I've made.
To me, Fayetteville First is my second home. My mom grew up and went there for church, and both my parents got married there, and that's just where I've grown up, and both my grandparents come, and I just feel welcome because I know a lot of people there, and it's really just my second home.
To me, Fayetteville First is the place I grew up in. I've been a part of the church since I was 5 and have grown in my faith and as a person alongside so many amazing people.
Being able to grow up in this church for all 18 years of my life has honestly impacted me for the better. Being able to spend countless Sundays and Wednesdays spending my time here at FFUMC with the people that love God just as much as I do has made my relationship grow so much stronger than I could have ever imagined it to have grown.
Growing up in the Navy, my family and I moved a lot. We were constantly changing churches and changing schools. So when I was 15, my father retired from the Navy after 20 years, and we moved here to Fayetteville. We started going to the church service regularly, and we really loved the atmosphere and the people in the church. So in January, my family and I decided to become members, and it was a huge deal to us because we've never been members of a church before, at least I haven't. And so joining, we knew that this was a church that we wanted to be a part of for a really long time.
I've grown up here, and it's been a wonderful community to grow up in. It's filled with people who care about me and ask about me and support me, and I'm really grateful for all the love I've been given at Fayetteville First United Methodist Church.
Fayetteville First represents a safe place where anyone and everyone are welcomed.
But for me, it's family, and it's people that I can lean on and people that I can trust and people that I know will be there for me throughout my journey with Christ.
To me, Fayetteville First has been where I can reach out into my community and spread the kingdom of God.
So Fayetteville First to me basically just says it's a gigantic community of people who are willing to help each other whenever you need it. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are, what race, whatever, you can call someone, text someone, and they'll be there and they'll answer right away. Or you can drive to someone's house and get help there. Not just help either, just if you want to go hang out with someone or anything like that.
And even though I'm going off to college in the fall, Fayetteville First is going to be a place that I can come back to that's comfortable and familiar, which is something that I haven't had a lot of throughout my childhood and the rest of my life. So I'm very excited for that.
I am 100% thankful for the community in the church, the members, the family, the building, and for the people that have helped me grow my relationship with God and my love of God to be as strong as it is today. And I could not thank you more.
I remember when I was younger, I would go to vacation Bible school at FFUMC, and it was a time to eat and play games and sing, but I never really understood what it was about until I was older. And when I entered youth, that is when my relationship with Jesus started to grow and change.
Like most teenagers, my faith has wavered. Some years it was really strong, but then there were times that I was doubting everything. There are highs and lows when finding your faith, and I've come to learn that that's okay. It's just a part of the journey.
My faith has grown through a developing relationship with God. As I've matured, I've learned to put my trust in Him and know that His plans are better than my plans. Some days are easier than others, but I must remember to fully trust in Him and know that everything has its own purpose and His timing is always better than my timing.
My faith has grown a lot over the past few years. I pray a lot. I feel like my connection has just grown so much, and I have youth to thank for that mostly.
I wouldn't use the word grow necessarily, but it has opened my eyes to a lot of different opinions and ways that people see things and how everyone interprets stuff differently. And so it kind of says to me that it's okay if we don't all see something the same way.
I am a very busy person. I am involved in sports, clubs, and a lot of extracurricular activities. And coming to church services on Sundays and Youth Wednesdays provided me an opportunity to de-stress and just focus on God for the time that I'm there. And before I started attending, I did not incorporate Him into my daily life. A big inspiration to me has been not only my small group leader, but the senior girls in my small group as well. They're constantly incorporating God into their life, and it's very inspirational to me, and they've showed me that I can do that on a daily basis. And so ever since, I've been doing that, and it's been really helpful.
During my time at Fayetteville First, my faith has grown by allowing me to take the lessons I've learned and apply them to different situations of my life, which has also allowed me to view different situations from a different perspective.
I remember specifically, it was March 14th, 2015. That was a D-Now weekend, and I was in middle school. But that was the day that Jesus changed my life. That was the day I completely and totally accepted Jesus to be my number one. And ever since then, my relationship with Him has grown. It's not always been easy, but that's not what being a Christian is about.
I've seen God work through the people around me to mold me into a better Christian.
I guess overall I just like to thank all my youth leaders that I've had and over the years, and the pastors, and everyone that really understands what I've been through. I just appreciate all of your kindness and all of my small group friends. I'm gonna miss you guys so much, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me.
I'd like to thank everyone that has walked with me on my journey with Christ, but especially the wonderful girls in my small group. They've been with me since the very beginning, and I will always cherish our special talks and our inside jokes. I'm very grateful they were placed in my life and that we have had so many fun adventures together, and I can't wait to see what the next one brings us.
First off, I'd like to thank my parents and my sister for always taking me to church and always showing me how strong of a love God's love is. And I'd love to thank my grandparents, Ron and Alice Braley, for always being there to take me to church on Wednesdays for Wednesday night suppers, and for everything that they have done to me to show me how great God's love is for you, as well as Pastor Mark and Pastor Thomas for always being there to show me through scripture how to live for God, as well as Chris Mucha and Tommy Irby and Keena and William Newkirk. I would love to thank them for being there for me through my youth years and teaching me, even through the difficult times of middle school and high school, how that I can still have such a strong relationship with Christ.
College, there are a few people I want to thank specifically. I want to thank my small group. I love you girls so much, and I'll always be there to support you. I want to thank Keena. Thank you for stepping up to the plate. You could not have done it any better. You're an amazing leader, and I know that you're somebody I can always count on. I want to thank Chris and Tommy, Chris Mucha and Tommy Irby. You two are by far my biggest mentors. I remember as I was entering youth, I was so terrified. But I knew Tommy. I remember when he first came and he called me Pace, and I was like, I get a nickname, that's cool. And it stuck. It stuck pretty much the whole time it was in youth. I was known as Pace, and that's because of you. I love you both so much, and you mean the world to me. I know that I can always call or text you guys, and Tommy, although you are hundreds of miles away from us, you always say to me, I'm one call away, and you have no idea how much that means to me and all of us. We love you, and thank you for all that you've taught me.
I have a lot of people to give thanks to because I've been very blessed with such a wonderful church community. I'm really grateful for all of you. First, I want to thank my family for bringing me to church and for teaching me what it means to live my life for Jesus. I also want to thank Kina, our wonderful youth pastor, and my kind small group leaders for influencing my time at youth, as well as Chris, Carson, and Tommy. I also want to thank Miss Linda Ladd, Miss Nancy Ricciardi, Miss Julie Harp, and Miss Joan Aycock for brightening my childhood in choir or Sunday school or Wednesday nights. Thank you. It really means a lot. I also want to thank Miss Virginia Pope, Miss Judy Cash, Miss Sarah Johnson, Mr. Paul Wiley, and Mr. Gary Wood for always having a hug to give and encouraging words to share. Some of my sweetest friendships have been made at Fayetteville First.
I want to thank my sister, Sarah. Not only are we sisters now, but we're friends. We used to fight and not get along, but as I've gotten older, we've really become friends, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful that you have given me this roadmap that I can use because you have experienced what I'm experiencing now. And I'm very thankful that I have you to call or text, and I know that you'll always be there for me, and you're always there to love and support me. Lastly, I want to thank my mom and my dad. I don't know what to say. I love you guys so much, and I know that you're always there to support me, and I know that the support that you give me every day is not going to stop once I leave. And I'm the last kid. I'm the baby girl. It's sad. But I know that your support will continue all of my life, and I'm so thankful for that.
I would like to thank my mother for putting up with my crazy self for 18 years.
I would like to thank everyone in the youth program for continuously making it a safe place for myself and others to call home.
I'd like to thank my small group leaders, my wonderful small group leaders, Miss Kim Lashley, Miss Jeannie Coffin, and Miss Frida Everett, for always being there to show me God's love and for stepping in and providing a safe haven for me, as well as every other small group leader in the youth department. I'd like to personally thank my 12th grade girls, my small group. I love them so much, and I could not have gone through this journey without them. I'd also like to thank Turner, our senior boy, for being in this journey with us. I'd like to thank just the youth department as a whole. Everyone involved with it is so incredible and has such a strong relationship with Christ.
Dad, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss your quirky personality and your silly remarks and you telling me I'm gonna be the next American Idol. Every time you tell me that, it puts a smile on my face, and I'm gonna miss hearing that all the time. Every time I go and play piano, I'm gonna miss that. Thank you, Mom, for being my best friend. I love you so much, and I'm so thankful that you are my mom, and I wouldn't trade you for the world. And I know that we're still gonna call each other every day and FaceTime. I love you, and thank you for always supporting me and giving me the world. I love you both.
I would definitely like to thank Tammy Cook because she's been my mentor since confirmation, and she has continued to mentor me up until now and will continue past now, obviously. And I'd also like to thank Mom's small group for getting her through some hard times and continuing to get her through hard times and never failing to surprise us with toilet paper or, cake or something like that.
I'd like to thank Miss Joan Aycock for being there for me my entire life. She taught me piano as a little girl. She helped me with my voice, and she is overall such a strong and beautiful woman through Christ. I'd like to thank Carson and Allie for showing me everything about being a good Christian even through summer, so like helping with VBSs and MAD camps and just being very excited even at 8 a.m. in the morning to have God's love in the community around you. I'd like to thank Judy and Quentin Cash and Ralph and Eleanor McDuffie and Ted and Tammy Kimberling for always being a couple that we could rely on as a family during all the difficult hardships we've had in our life, and for always being there for us when we needed you the most, and I really appreciate that. I'd like to thank my confirmation sponsor, Miss Nancy Lindsay, for helping me through that. And I'd like to thank Susie and Bobby with the Sunshine Ministry for showing me God's love in so many different ways. It is so incredibly powerful the way that God moves through people. And the Sunshine Ministry has just opened my eyes up to the many, many amazing things that God has made and the wonders that He has, and how strong and powerful everyone's love for God is that walks through those doors.
I definitely want to thank my small group leader, Miss Kim. She would always show up on time and in a wonderful mood, dressed in her scrubs after a day of work. She was always very positive and interested in God's message that Keena gave us, and as well as interested in our lives. And after all the girls have talked and Miss Kim had encouraged us, it always felt good to walk out of the room and go home and complete the rest of our week at school. And I also want to thank Keena for her hard work to the youth group for the past few years and her consistency to reach out to me. I want to wish her luck on her future baby, and that she is filled with happiness, and I'm so excited for her. So thank you so much, and I have been very happy to have been a part of Fayetteville First.
I'm so thankful that leaving is so hard. You know, if leaving your home, your hometown, your people, if that's easy for you, something's wrong. And I'm so thankful that I have people to make leaving so hard.